Hinckley, Illinois, a farming community west of Aurora. In the surrounding countryside, set back, tucked between fields of corn, could be found an old farmhouse which looked to be abandoned. Having researched the county tax rolls, the property owner was found. He was willing to subdivide and sell off the old farm as is. The old house had not been lived in for 17 years and had fallen into the worst state of disrepair. The house would have been demolished, but there was a character about it. It was clearly designed and built with some refinements of its time, reflecting a more well-to-do status of its owner. My purpose was to preserve such a relic of local history. As required for building permitting and workable blueprints for construction workers, all details from the original structure and planned improvements are documented and drawn starting with the exterior. All dimensional drawings for floor plans are created, including existing and planned floor plans. Not more than 3 miles from the Grimm House is today's East Pierce Cemetery, where you will find an imposing memorial tombstone marking the place where the Grimm family is buried. Who was Henry Grimm? Who built the Grimm home and farm in Pierce Township? It was written of Henry Grimm that he was the maker of his own fortunes and was one of the most prominent and successful farmers in Kalb County. Farming was his livelihood, but he had also been trained earlier as a carpenter and likely had a hand in the improvements to his residence. He married Miss Abby Loudermilk from Pennsylvania, where he grew up. Henry and Abby raised 6 children, all of whom were born in their Pierce Town home, except the oldest. 80 acres of property was purchased by the 25-year-old Henry Grimm in 1856 from an unknown owner who had already cleared some of the land, built a frame house, and started a grove. Mr. Grimm continued to make improvements and eventually extended his holdings to 1,400 acres. An 1871 plat map reveals Henry's property, a smaller farm across the street, the location of the house, and an adjacent farm owned by Daniel Grimm, a relative. Note the schoolhouse located on Henry's property. The 1880 census lists all the children and nephew living on the farm. By 1892, the Grimm farm had been downsized to 200 acres, with the house sitting among a grove of trees, a garden, and several outbuildings. An 1895 news article recounts the wedding of daughter Alice to a son of the neighboring Raymer family. Henry died in 1899 of cancer, and Abby lived on another 10 years until 1903. By 1905, the original Grimm farm was owned by the Ramschneider family. Elmer Grimm, the son of Henry and Abby, owned 140 acres and a farmhouse just north of the Ramschneider property. November 4, 1909, saw the passing of Henry's wife Abby. When the 1929 Pierce Township plat map was published, Elmer Grimm owned 190 acres of the original Grimm property, and his brother Nathan owned 26 adjacent acres to the north. The Henry Grimm farm as it looked in the 1950s when owned and farmed by Harry Larson. The early 20th century kitchen addition is gutted and roof removed to make way for the second floor master bedroom addition. Adjacent summer kitchen is raised and excavated for new structure's foundation with crawl space. The new family room foundation is excavated for a crawl space. A cistern is uncovered, attached to the kitchen foundation. From inside the gutted kitchen, you can see the newly installed joists, engineered to meet the needs of the second floor addition. Anxious to begin the reversal of decades of exterior weathering, original siding is repaired, completely scraped to bare wood, primed and painted. The existing floor plan reveals the original structure, later kitchen and summer kitchen additions. The front porch was enclosed at some point. It's now being used as a staging area. Exterior siding and roofing shingles are stripped at the same time the house roof is stripped of cedar shingles to make way for major repairs, new flashing and roof. Second floor master bedroom addition framing is underway, and work continues on the new foundations. Work has begun in the field on the new septic system to meet contemporary code. Indoor plumbing is installed and a corner of the house is shored up for repairs to the foundation sill beam, which was severely rotted. One of two HVAC units is in the process of being installed to replace the antiquated oil-fired furnace. As the winter of '97 rolls in, the shell is up on the additions and attention is turned to interior projects. Large in size, the parlor gets wallpaper and moldings stripped. 4 large windows give ample views to the fields west and south. Anne is busy heat stripping door casings. 2 grades of plaster finish suggest the parlor and sitting room once had wainscoting to the height of a chair rail, adding more elegance to the more formal rooms. Ceiling and plaster crown molding is stripped bare. A small parlor is accessed from the formal parlor. A large sitting room was once the center of activity for the 19th century inhabitants. It will now become the dining room for the 21st century. Walls are stripped of wallpaper. A large gaping hole remains in the middle of the sitting room floor where water damage rotted the floorboards. Boards will be salvaged from the new master bath to complete repairs. The original master bedroom and clothes closet is stripped of wall and ceiling wallpaper. An indoor bathroom, a 20th century addition, featured an old-fashioned bathtub to be saved for the restoration. Modern plumbing is added to replace the old cast iron pipes. A chase will be framed to accommodate the plumbing rising to the second floor laundry facility. The large country kitchen is stripped down to the studs, ready for insulation and drywall. 1920s era windows and doors are salvaged. A new pantry is framed where the old stood. Note the width of the boards used to frame the original exterior. Widths were random cut from the original growth trees. The new second floor is seen through the joists above the kitchen. Footings are seen which will support the new family room addition. The old summer kitchen sat on a floating concrete foundation. It was built to feed farm hands with an entrance door and an exit door opposite each other. The stairway leading to the second floor is steep and narrow, leading to a hallway which afforded direct and private access to most bedrooms. A small bedroom had a cast iron stack pipe and crude shelving that were ripped out. This bedroom had a clothing closet and a wood-burning heating unit. Double-hung sash and lead-weighted windows began restoration and reinstallation. All wallpaper is stripped from walls and ceilings. The large sitting room is shared by 2 sleeping rooms and a closet. With restoration underway, wallpaper is removed, revealing water damage from the roof above, especially in the plaster ceiling. The original sitting room closet is being transformed into a laundry closet by enlarging the access door and adding plumbing from the bath directly below. This sleeping room is being prepped for conversion into a small office. Attic access is made to conform to fire code. The adjacent sleeping room will become the master bathroom. A new partition wall is necessary to accommodate plumbing for dual sinks. As the harsh El Nino winter winds blew, the house is sitting idle on Christmas Day 1997. Work on the basement utilities are progressing according to plan. Utility tub and ejector pit is installed. An antique hot water heater removed and newly poured concrete foundation wall is completed. The new 220-volt service entrance and electrical panel begins being wired. A new hot water heater and water pressure tank is installed in line with the newly drilled water pump. And now the serious work of conforming the old interior into the new begins while respecting the character of the original design. 4 parlor windows are being restored. Moldings and plaster crown moldings stripped as well. Formal entrance door is yet to be stripped and sanded. Note the plaster crown moldings found only in the parlor. The small parlor adjacent to the parlor begins restoration. Meanwhile, work on the future dining room intensifies. Plaster repairs are made in the original master bedroom. The bathroom is drywalled as the original plaster suffered severe moisture damage. A toilet nook is framed. Cedar siding is being installed on the summer kitchen and second floor master bedroom. Further window rebuilding and rough-in plumbing is done in the kitchen. The second floor hallway window is removed for restoration and staircase work is underway. The original well-worn steps and risers are replaced. The sitting room to master bedroom door passage is ready for framing and finishing. Closets are framed in the master bedroom. This is where the new house connects to the old house. The flat roof above the new family room is covered with a rubber membrane. The master bath is plumbed for hot-cold water supply lines. The open floor shows drain and supply lines. Shower plumbing is roughed in. The newly built structure off the kitchen is taking shape outside. The inside is not yet drywalled. Take a look at the newly framed family room addition. Framework for the fireplace is in. A new cutout is framed where two double-hung windows once provided outdoor views from the kitchen sink. The front porch is now taking on a character that more resembles the 19th century original. Now it is only missing the skirt below the floor line. Bare siding is being painted and small deck and stairs are constructed. The brick chimney now stands and it's time to assemble the deck off the family room double doors. Dining room plaster walls are finished and moldings stripped. Oh, isn't painting fun? Carpentry on the stairs is done. We're down to fine sanding the door jambs. Stairs are being finish sanded for staining and finish coated. The glass doors give access to the new family room. A 1930s craftsman look is consistent with the kitchen motif. The first floor bedroom is almost ready for paint and wallpaper. New country-style cabinets are installed and ready for counters. 30s era doors are nearly stripped for refinishing. Walls, doors, and windows are ready for final finishing. Bob has been working tirelessly for days repairing plaster walls and the ceiling in the parlor. The new office is primed and ready for a final coat of paint. In the meantime, the room is used for construction supplies. Note that new doors and windows match the original double-hung ones. The upstairs hallway walls are taking shape. Adjacent bedroom closet walls have been stripped of wallpaper and plaster repaired. All original doors had the painted faux wood grain look, which was popular when the house was built. Window sashes have been restored and reinstalled. The small bedroom across the hall gets the addition of a closed closet. Major headway is being made on the upstairs sitting room walls and ceiling. These new pine 4-panel doors are installed where new doors were added. Walls, vent, and electric are ready in the laundry closet adjacent to the sitting room. New laundry closet double doors are installed. Master bath, shower, and floor is ready for tiling. Drywall is up and primed in the master bedroom. Baseboard and casing are being installed to match the original on the second floor. Meanwhile, inside the newly converted workshop in this old machine shed, work goes on restoring all the original windows. A section of this machine shed just had its floors poured and electric added to create a sizable workshop. Old window sashes are undergoing restoration. October 1998, 1 year after restoration began, and it's time to move in. Look at the amazing transformations. An old sitting room is repurposed to the dining room while maintaining the original character. Note the freshly sanded and finished original pine flooring. The unrestored first floor bedroom and the new. The gutted 1920s country kitchen to the finished modern country kitchen. The added family room from start to finish. And the added master bedroom from start to finish. Exterior transformations are just as spectacular, revealing authentic functional window shutters, open front porch, and lightning rods.